On my K1C, the other day I clogged the extruder. So you probably know what to do, but on this, you just pop this little black plastic piece off. I took the front off too, the fan cover, and there's just 2 bolts holding that on and 3 bolts. And then I think it was 3 bolts. No, 2 bolts. You just pulled the extruder in half, and I had a bunch of gunk in there. Um, I pulled it out. It should work fine, but finally happened. This thing's got about 2,600 hours. I got the new K2 going right now. I got this thing all set up, so I kind of put off fixing the the, the K1C. But this thing is awesome. It's gonna drop a little present. CFS going. It's rewinding the. Finally able to make eyes. Woohoo! There goes the blue. The CFS is pretty awesome, and this thing it's super quiet. People said the CFS makes a lot of noise. It's not bad at all. Like I'm sitting here watching TV. Well, I'm working on stuff, but earlier I was watching TV, and oh, here goes the little turd. There should be another one. Well, just one that time. Let's see. Usually you can tell because it's warm. I don't know. It don't matter. But yeah, the only drawback of the K2 is the waste. But that's why I'm doing multiple prints at the same. You basically get the same waste whether you print one or whether you print 4. I should have done 2 more, to be honest, but anyway, you know, this actually keeps it really dry. 18% relative humidity, and I got the space dryer, the space pie or whatever it's called, and usually it gets down to 15%. That's what it is right now, and it's not even on. But when it's heated, drying the stuff, it's 15%. And I highly recommend getting a dryer. And also, if you do get the CFS, make sure you the silica under the things, they're in a plastic bag, so make sure you cut it. Don't cut the fabric bag, but obviously if they're in a plastic bag, the silica isn't gonna do any good. But I'm so pumped to finally have this. I got one and had to send it back. The foot was smashed. I mean, they were both broke off, but one of them was like basically like it was dropped 3 feet or something. I mean, it was just demolished. And the little white things that when it comes and everything's locked in for the support, like the white thing wouldn't stick on these right, so I'm worried from that drop that it was bent. Anyway, I sent it back, and I went to Micro Center. They had one, luckily. I went to the one in Chicago. They were great. A lot less of a hassle than, I mean, Creality's in China. Any shipping from China, you got a good chance. I wanted to be able to look at it before I bought it, and I was able to. And this one is flawless so far. Finally able to make eyes. Woohoo! I did a ton of color change prints on my K1C, but obviously you can only do them in horizontal lines. But yeah, I'm just getting this thing back together and up and running. This is a hand. I didn't know what the hell this was for. It came with the K2, and it's an air blower, and I just used it on my K1C, and it blew so much dust and stuff out of little nooks and crannies. It's a great tool. These things are like $60 or something. I mean, I didn't price it out, but I just looked online. And how this toolbox the K2 comes with, I got screws in there, so I'm sure you already seen it. It says Creality on it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. Love 3D printing, and this K2 is taking up not only the multicolor. I'm just happy how big it is. I'm gonna be able to print some really big stuff. That thing, it's got like a 17 by 17, but I don't know how high this is. I think it's 17, 17, 17. I think it's close to 18 inches. I don't know, but I mean, you can make a whole mask, like an Iron Man mask or whatever, without having to make it in pieces. It's just awesome. And I like the RFD on this. I mean, it's simple. I got a ton of filament without the RFD though, so I mean, I got a lot, and then there's more under the thing, more over there. So it kind of sucks. I don't know. I mean, one thing good about this Creality RFID stuff, you can buy RFID tags on Amazon, and there's an app, RFID for CFS. That's the app, and you can pre-program them. I got the app on my phone. I don't know how it works yet. I did order some of the RFID tags. They were cheap. They were like $10 for 50 of them or something like that. And it's just a little sticker, just like the RFD tag on the. I mean, there's the RFD right there. But anyway, as you can see, I keep all my filament in bags, keeping it dry. I mainly use Amolin, Flash Forge, or Creality stuff. Those are generally the 3 brands I stick with. And, But yeah, I finally got the jammed extruder, and I got on Facebook, and some guy said to unlock it and push it in real far, and I did that like 3 times, and it got stuck. I don't know if it's a coincidence, but I see all kinds of misinformation on Facebook. I'd be careful if you're new to this, just going on Facebook. First of all, everyone says, "Oh, get a bamboo," and that thing right there is the bamboo killer. I'm sorry, but I saw bamboo's top of the line one, and yeah, it's got CFS or AMS they call it. They were the first ones to come out with it, but this thing's a whole nother level. I mean, this I've never seen nothing this sturdy in the 3D printing game. It's like solid metal. It's pretty awesome. And knock on whatever that is. But I haven't had any problems yet. I mean, this is my first real print besides a Benchy, so. But I mean, usually if you're gonna have problems right off the bat, I'd know by now, you know. The other printer, I didn't even get it going. I had to send it back, but I mean that's always a possibility when something's getting shipped from China. So I'm not gonna rip on Creality. Customer service did get a hold of me. They wanted me to try to fix shit. They weren't. That's why I ordered from Amazon, and I don't think Amazon carries them anymore probably because so many people sent them back, and this thing weighed in the package 130 pounds, and I got the CFS separate. I don't know how much it weighs with the CFS, but that's not cheap to ship, I'll tell you that. So, but yeah, these are going to be rhinos when they're done. And I did all the coloring myself. Like this file's from STL Flicks, and there was a bamboo file that was like pre-colored, but I just kind of did all the coloring in myself. The eyes kind of took a while. It was kind of more difficult than I thought, but I'd rather do it that way, to be honest. Here comes another little poo. Oh, there, man. Usually they're a lot warmer, but I don't know. But so far, it finally started using the blue just a little bit ago. The blue's just for the eyes. This thing's pretty awesome. It's been printing 8.5 hours. About 7 hours to go. Would have been a lot quicker if I printed just one. I mean, it's like a 4-hour print, but and I'm not going that fast. I run it at about 300 because that one over here, I'll show you. Hey, I don't want to give you my let's see. Total time. See the 110 days. Hey, let me I just didn't want my IP being shown. But yeah, that's about it. Haven't really learned any neat tricks or anything. If there's anything that I should watch out for on this, I'd appreciate in the comments if you told me. I don't know any things to watch out for yet, really. It says no hot swap on the cables, so I imagine you gotta shut it off before unplugging the CFS. I really wish this thing, you could connect one to the spool too and run a 5 system. That would have been awesome. One more color, but it's pretty badass how you can connect 3 more CFSs and have 16 colors. I mean, you could basically, I don't know how many colors Creality makes, but that's about close to it. You'd definitely be able to have every color you need for every project, which would be pretty cool. Eventually, I'm gonna get another one of these. I'm sure they'll go down in price pretty soon. I don't know. But they might go up if they're retrofitted for the K1C. But the K1C, it's more, I don't know, like, this thing is almost more fun. Because I kind of like manually changing, and I mean that when you program everything on the computer, and this one you can make it to pause, to stop, to do multicolor, but obviously you can only do horizontal change. Like, the eye thing always bothered me, not being able to do eyes. Finally I can do eyes. But anyway, I've got a ton of does anyone know if the cardboard works in the I've read as long as it's not warped. And I imagine you just pre-program it like in the K1C on. I use Creality Slicer, but and I've got profiles for pretty much all, well, not pretty much, for all of these. In fact, I just got done transferring a bunch of them to the Creality 6.0, and it's actually 6.01 now or something. Creality 6 just had an update. Anyway, I ordered here's the Creality Magenta. It's almost like a dark red. And this is the purple. And this is called Very Perry, which This almost looks more purple to me than the actual purple. I don't know, different shades of purple. But that's these are the rainbows. I like the peach and this like mint green. They go together pretty good. But all these damn cardboard spools. And I got anyone try like Flash Forge or a Molin yet in the CFS? That's on my to-do list. But give me a heads up if it like messes anything up or whatever. Anyway, this is Eli just talking about some 3D printing stuff. I seen a guy, how I got just the box behind mine. I thought about printing out one of those poop shoot things. It's not necessary, as you can see. I was back here and one hit me and bounced under there, but there's none under. The only way it's gonna get under it. But basically the guy said that the one he's seen on I think it's Thingiverse. There's a couple on the Creality website too, on the cloud. It got clogged and it was a big pain in the ass. So I honestly, I just put a box or a garbage can behind it. You don't need the little chute. I'm sure it looks neat, but woohoo! Finally able to print eyes. The horn's starting to come up too. But yeah, this thing's really quiet. This model shouldn't need supports. I just put a couple manual ones on. There's a long bridge above the leg. And there's a couple. Well, those are already done. I probably didn't need them, but they're easy to put on. And I'm printing 4 of them. I didn't want to take a chance. Anyway, now this is all for real. Comes with these nice snips. But anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you like, subscribe. I got a lot of dirt bike stuff, drone stuff, and 3D printer stuff, which is going to be more and more 3D printer stuff, along with dirt bike stuff and drone stuff.